Arsenal latest. Arteta plans changes against Brentford and could hand a debut before the crucial clash with Real Madrid. And more. Kai Havertz speeds up recovery and is back in training. To wrap it up, Partey picks his preferred next club as his Arsenal exit nears. All this and more you can check out now with the top Arsenal news directly from Emirates Stadium, so make sure to like the video and check your subscription so you don't miss any updates. And without further ado, let's get started. Arsenal host Brentford on Saturday evening at the Emirates Stadium, days before they face Real Madrid in the second leg of their Champions League quarterfinal tie. An Arsenal insider understands that Mikel Arteta will ring the changes. The Gunners find themselves 11 points adrift of Premier League leaders Liverpool with 7 games remaining. Thus, attention is understandably on Europe's elite competition for the remainder of the campaign. Arsenal beat Real Madrid 3-0 at the Emirates on Tuesday, setting Mikel Arteta's team up nicely ahead of the second leg, although there's still plenty of work to do at the Bernabeu. Early Arsenal team news for Brentford clash. Ian Wright has made it clear Arteta needs to shake things up for the game against Brentford, and honestly, it looks like the Arsenal legend might just get what he wants. Looking at how Arteta rotated the squad against Everton before the first leg, there's a good chance he'll do the same this time. Don't be surprised if we see a very different Arsenal lineup on Saturday. According to Graham Bailey from TBR Football, Arteta could even hand debuts to a couple of Hale End youngsters. "I'm hearing there could be a few debuts on Saturday," Bailey told Arsenal Insider. "We're expecting big changes, at least 2 debutants, maybe even some fresh names on the bench. So how many changes are we talking about? 11. That might be a stretch, but honestly no one would complain if he went that far. From what I've been told, I expect at least 8 changes, maybe more. A couple of debuts, a few new faces. Arteta and his staff will be figuring it all out over the next 48 hours. So Gunners, get ready. Saturday's lineup could look very different. This season we've already seen some of Arsenal's young talents make their senior debuts. Miles Lewis-Skelly, Josh Nichols, Jack Porter, Tommy Setford, and Nathan Butler-Oyedeji have all had their moments. But aside from Lewis-Skelly, none of them have featured in the Premier League yet. That could change this weekend. Right back Josh Nichols, who caught the eye during preseason, might be in line for his Premier League debut. With Arteta possibly looking to give William Saliba and Jurrien Timber a breather, Nichols could get his chance to step in. In midfield, Jimmy Gower has been a regular on the bench in recent weeks, and he might finally get some minutes against Brentford. With Jorginho waiting for his opportunity and the squad lacking solid backup options in midfield, Gower is a real contender to feature. Up front, it looks like Ethan Nwaneri and Raheem Sterling, yes, Sterling, will likely be involved, which might limit chances for another young attacker. But that doesn't mean we won't see some fresh faces. Butler-Oyedeji and Ismail Kabaya could still make an impact from the bench. Plenty of young talent knocking on the door. Saturday could be a big day for Arsenal's future stars. Kai Havertz speeds up recovery and is back in training. Arsenal fans are getting excited over the possibility of a return for Kai Havertz this season after the striker posted a positive injury update on social media. The German international was seen as something of a beacon of hope for this season, following the Gunners getting the shocking news that Gabriel Jesus had torn his ACL and required surgery. The recovery time for the Brazilian forward would see him out for the season, heading into the following campaign, leaving very few center forward options. Mikel Arteta backed Kai Havertz to start every game for Arsenal before the end of the season, but he was soon hit with some terrible news. Just days later, during the mid-season Dubai trip, Havertz picked up a hamstring tear injury that would require surgery and a long time on the sidelines. For many, the season seemed doomed as the lack of a natural striker left the side without the threat they needed. While they have coped well with Mikel Merino since, the latest update from Havertz may well have boosted the side's chances. With Kai Havertz's injury ruling him out for a return in preseason, there has been some positive progression on that front. The 25-year-old was spotted walking freely during Arsenal versus Real Madrid as he watched on from the stands, no longer needing his crutches or protective boot. That was a positive step, though his next one could well be the biggest yet as he looks to make a return to action. Taking to Instagram, Havertz posted a video with the caption "step by step," seemingly showing him back at the Arsenal training ground. The forward was going through plenty of different rigorous rehabilitation methods, from lunges to different stretching exercises. It's the next step towards Havertz making a return, though it remains to be seen exactly how far down the line his recovery is. For some Arsenal fans, the clip is enough to get them excited about a possible return before the season is through. Arsenal fans theorize Kai Havertz' return for the Champions League final. With the positive week Arsenal have had, there has been some injection of hope surrounding how the rest of the season could pan out. The Champions League remains the final likely chance to land silverware this campaign, a chance that took a boost in midweek. Arsenal beat Real Madrid 3-0 in the first leg at the Emirates Stadium, landing a huge lead to take with them to the Bernabeu. Whether the Gunners can make that advantage count remains to be seen, but many have already got their hopes up about what could follow. A semi-final could be ahead, with one of Aston Villa or PSG awaiting, while Borussia Dortmund, Barcelona, Inter Milan, and Bayern Munich sit on the other side of the draw for the final. With a route to the Champions League final opening up, some fans have theorized that Havertz could make a grand return on the biggest stage of all. Taking to social media, one fan said, "Wait, Havertz is back in the gym. Is he trying to play again this season?" Another added, "Havertz might be back for the semis and the final." It remains to be seen whether Havertz is anywhere near the level of fitness by that point, with no timeline currently on his recovery. However, he has form for showing up on the Champions League stage, scoring the winning goal for rivals Chelsea in their victory over Manchester City. Thomas Partey has chosen his preferred next club as Arsenal exit edges closer. Thomas Partey has one club at the top of his wish list ahead of the summer transfer window. Partey is expected to leave Arsenal in the summer once his contract expires. Incoming sporting director Andrea Berta will be tasked with the job of replacing the Ghanaian, with his successor already identified. Martin Zubimendi is in line to join Arsenal as Mikel Arteta's new number 6, leaving Partey free to leave to decide the next step of his career as a free agent. Thomas Partey makes Barcelona his priority club. Berta's arrival isn't expected to impact Partey's future, whose exit from the Emirates is set to play out. The former Atletico Madrid man is generating attention as he continues to impress over the 2024/25 campaign, with a move to Spain reported to be the player's preference. A fresh report from Mundo Deportivo has revealed that the midfielder is favoring a move to Barcelona, who were linked to Partey in January. The Spanish publication states that Barcelona are considered one of Partey's preferred destinations, with the Catalan club aware of the 31-year-old's situation at Arsenal. The report regards Partey as an interesting market opportunity for Barcelona due to the club's dire financial limitations, making his pending status as a free agent all the more enticing. Arteta is set for a complete rebuild in midfield, as Jorginho is set to join Flamengo once his contract expires. The two veteran midfielders will leave the Emirates at the end of the season, with a move to Spain understood to be Partey's wish. Arsenal could give a player to La Liga in return for one of the Spanish top flight's biggest gems, acquiring Zubimendi from Real Sociedad. Replacing the 31-year-old with 26-year-old Zubimendi, who is nearing his prime years, would be a hit for the Gunners in what could be a decisive switch of personnel ahead of the 2025/26 campaign. Well folks, those were the main news for today. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated on everything happening with our beloved team, you know what to do. Subscribe to the channel now and hit the bell icon so you don't miss any updates. Thanks for joining us, and until the next video.